Okay, I'm Lonnie. Jordan's here. Aunt Brooke is joining us.
Hi there.
And of course, our angel, Grandma Melps, is here. And today, I don't really have an episode number on this. I want to do like a Christmas type special today. We're just going to talk a little bit about Christmases, and Grandma's going to talk about Christmas with her kids and her family when they were younger. We've already talked some about Christmas when Grandma was growing up, so we're just going to talk about when she had kids and that type of stuff. That being said, I'll start, and we're each going to talk a little bit about what Christmas kind of means to us and as we grew up. And so I'll start with that. And I think for me, my experiences for Christmas was very good. I have great memories of when I was a kid. I know my mom and my dad always made it pretty special for us. It's something to look forward to. And I know as I got older, I think we materialize Christmas now in a lot of ways. And as I thought about that, I thought, you know what? When I was young, the atmosphere you built was from gifts. It's not about gifts. It's about Christ being born. But those gifts started an atmosphere of just giving and fun. And I always thought, that's the one day a year that everyone seems to get along. Even us, I had three brothers. It seems like...
Three crazy brothers.
Yeah, three crazy. Exactly. We were all pretty crazy. But I thought, even though it's not about gifts, I think gifts set the tone. They set an environment of giving and selflessness. Because when you give someone something, you give up something, right? You give up money, you give up working, that type of stuff. So it's always been that. As I got older, I realized that kind of... It's not about gifts. It's about our Christ being born. But that just starts a great environment, I think. And Christmas I've always loved. And I know Gidge and I have always tried to probably spoil our kids at Christmas. I think we all did, and we all will. But I really have some good memories of Christmas. And even as a child, just the family, we always got together, our cousins, and we just really had a really good time. So it was a lot of fun. Jordan, you got some thoughts?
You're my dad. Kind of cultivated the experience for me. But yeah, it was a lot. When I was a kid, we got spoiled pretty well with gifts, and it was more materialistic in my head, especially as I was growing up. That's all it really was for me. But now, it's just recently, especially when I was in the military, when I was gone, not having the family, you really start to understand that
It brought it together, huh?
Yeah, the closeness that you feel. It's not just about the gifts, it's about being together. And yeah, the gifts cultivate an experience of
An environment of sorts.
How the selflessness that, okay, yeah, I'm giving up something to give you something. And you guys went too far, I'll be honest.
Oh, yeah, we did. Absolutely.
Over the top.
And I think my mom and dad did the same to us.
It's
And
just
that's part.
you guys come from the materialistic age.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
The malls.
That was the start of it. Yeah, that was the start of it in the 80s for sure.
Yeah, the 80s, that was what the culture was. And it's now I think it's just gotten to where it's more Christ focused because we're getting it's just a lot different. Obviously the economical reasons.
Yeah, and
things are just different now.
They are different. But I think by celebrating your family, I think you're celebrating Christ, because that's what Christ is all about, is family, and that's what brings it together. So
Well, and I think one thing is that whenever I was younger, I would look forward to Christmas because there was something that I really wanted. But kids don't want anything.
No, they
have everything already, and it's really hard. Plus, me as a grandma, I give my grandkids whatever they need, tell me they need, or whatever.
Exactly.
They like to tell me that their shoes are too little when they're at my house having lunch. I'll go buy them some new shoes.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it's about. What kind of experience do you have with Christmas, Brooke, as you were growing up? What's your thoughts on it?
I was thinking back at our old house, and we had a huge plate glass window, and we always set up our Christmas tree in front of that window, and we always had a real tree. And I don't know if maybe Christmas tree holders weren't invented, because we always had our tree falling over because we had some stupid 2x4s.
That's a Phil Fouts fix right there.
Yeah. So we never had, our tree would always fall over, but it was big and really pretty. And I just remember waking up in the mornings and coming around the corner from my bedroom and looking in at the lights, and Mom always had everybody's presents all spread out and decorated up, and it was just such a nostalgic feeling. It was just amazing. Like one year I remember coming around in the corner and she'd gotten Joel or somebody a red jacket, and it was hanging up on the curtain, and then there were some dresses, and then the lights are going, and it was just amazing. And I know that Mom didn't get much support from my dad for Christmas, and so I know she did all of that on her own. Yeah. And one thing that was funny is she would just be checking the mail all the time, because she told me, your dad doesn't know this, but I get $1,000 check from Gallup from somebody that has a sign over there, and he doesn't know that I get that, and so I got to get to the post office to pick up that $1,000 check first.
For Christmas.
And that's what she
Yeah.
would use it for, was for Christmas.
That's cool. And the funny thing about, I was pretty little, but I do remember a few things about that old house before they moved, and one of them was the fireplace.
Yeah.
And that I just distinctly remember that fireplace and the snakes, but this
Yeah.
fireplace in the wintertime, I remember that, the smell, and just
Yes,
Grandpa
the
always
smell.
putting coal and making
Dirt.
a mess. Yeah, anything he could burn, he would burn anything, tumbleweeds, whatever he could find.
Yep. And it was always sticking out the front. One time we came home from church, and the log that was sticking out of the front of the fireplace fell on the floor. So there was a pretty good burnt spot there, and I don't know how it kept from burning the house down while we were gone.
I don't know how he never burned that house down, to be honest with you.
Do you remember that, Mom?
No,
You don't?
When the log fell out?
While we were at church?
I don't.
Okay.
Okay, Grandma Grams, talk to us a little bit about what you think of Christmas.
Oh, for one thing, it's like Brooke said, I had to do it because Phil, I can't remember, he'd offered me a few dollars to buy clothes and different things for the kids, but he didn't participate very much. I remember when we lived in Gallup, he came home from the store this one night and went down and bought me this cedar chest, and that was what he gave me for Christmas. And I think all the cedar chests were gone except this one, and it was not very pretty. But anyway, I still have it, and I appreciated it. But yeah, I was up probably until almost morning by the time I got all the presents under the tree, and then got started bawling because I thought I hadn't gotten them enough. And
I think that's always a feeling for a parent. Never think you get them enough.
no,
I think someone's going to be disappointed when they never are.
Yeah, they aren't.
when Blaine was little, he told me he wanted a Johnny 7 was a gun, and all he talked about was getting him a Johnny 7. And so we went to Albuquerque, and I couldn't find one of those toys anywhere in the mall, and so I just had to get him a gun, but it wasn't. And when he got up, he just picked up that gun and said, I wanted a Johnny 7. And so I started bawling, and oh gosh.
And just to throw this out there, in most cases, I think the mama is the driving force behind Christmas in a lot of cases, even though some assembly required was sometimes, in our case, older, farther along was required, but
Brad said those are the 3 worst words in the language, the worst phrase ever.
I would just get so mad.
Some
It's like, are
assembly
you kidding me?
required. I know.
This one night, I'd gotten Blaine this electric train, I think. I don't know, remember what it was, but then Melanie and her boyfriend were there, and it was Tommy Wheeler, and he put together that train set for me.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you remember, Mom, because I just got a text from Verona the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so it got me to thinking, remember when we'd get up in the morning and have Christmas, and then Uncle Bill would come in with these lights, these spotlights this big, in there with his video camera. Mom was yelling at him, telling him to get out of here, and he's following us around with his video camera. Remember that, Mom?
I do, and he'd come before we even hardly got our...
One year he woke us up.
Gosh. I never heard that before. I didn't know. Of course,
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
didn't
know.
know
Yeah,
Bill,
yeah,
yeah.
I didn't know him. So,
Verona's dad.
yeah, Verona's dad, he died before.
Yeah.
What year did he die?
I don't know.
I don't even remember. I didn't even know him.
Yeah. Anyway, that was always funny.
Yeah. I think tell us about some of the things that you did. Was it some things that you did every Christmas?
That we did every Christmas. We have family home evening on Christmas Eve, Brooke, or do you remember?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Not always, but
we'd have a little get together and maybe some of the kids would sing or something. But
Why does something like a manger scene come
yeah,
to?
you guys would come. We'd put all the grandkids.
Okay, that's what it was. Because
I was still little when you were born.
Yeah.
So we would be the older ones, and then we'd dress
Okay.
up all the little kids.
Because I
and
do, I just for some reason I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
It comes to mind when I think about the old times.
I think I was 10 when you were born, Lonnie.
Yeah, because I was
So-
born in '70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one of Blaine's kids was born about Christmas time, and
That was
we had-
Nicholas.
Nick.
We had
yeah,
him
that's
for
right.
baby Jesus.
I just
did
remember
used to
doing
do
the
that.
manger scene stuff.
Yeah, we did used to do that. So all of the married couples from the family would all come over on Christmas Eve. We did that every Christmas Eve. And then-
Yeah, I remember that,
Yeah, it
those
was really
parties.
fun.
And it seems like we used to do something on Christmas Day at the church a few times.
Oh, that was Grandma Gertrude's party.
Yeah, see, I just
yeah,
I
Barely
remember
remember that.
those.
It was your
And-
great grandma's party.
Yeah, okay, that's because I could just barely remember those.
Yeah, Grandma Fouts.
Yeah, and every time I think of Grandma Fouts, I think of that stinking bubble bath stuff or some kind of a weird fragrance.
Really?
Like a real flowery fragrance. I don't know where that comes from. Huh? It might have been Avon. I don't know. It's for some reason, and I was really little then at that point. But
That's hilarious.
yeah, that's what I think about is some floral smell that what is that?
She had that party, and she absolutely insisted that everybody be there.
I'm-
And she bought a present for everybody. And this one year, there was so many younger kids, she bought them a pencil.
She would get the silliest gifts. And
Oh, that's funny.
that's awesome.
Like 1 penny back then, huh?
Yeah, she got all those kids a pencil.
She probably snagged him from the library because she worked in the library forever.
At the
Remember, Mom?
school?
No, at the church.
Yeah, I remember that. She was in there forever.
Ever.
huh? Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
few things I remember about Grandma.
Yeah, Grandma.
It's
She was always in the library.
just very weird stuff I remember
Yeah.
sometimes. That's a good one right there.
You probably don't even remember your pencil.
No, I don't remember the pencil for sure. Because that's the only time that we'd, like Uncle Buddy and
All of them would come
yeah,
over.
all of them would come down. And
Yeah.
I have a few memories of them, but not a lot, but I
Uh-huh.
do. And that's from those parties, I
Right,
think. That's
absolutely.
the only time,
That's
they
the
would
only
come
time
down.
you'd see 'em, yeah.
They would come down. So I do have the memories of that.
Yeah.
And then ping pong. Was that later on?
No, because we were still in the. No, it wasn't later on because we were.
Well, I remember
still
as
in
an
the,
even 'cause I
the
was-
old house.
I was talking to Grandma about this when we're talking about Melanie Moroni.
Yeah.
But I remember them on that house off of Apache
Yes.
over there.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
like on a
They lived
carport. I
there.
remember them
Uh-huh.
playing ping pong out there all the
yeah.
time.
But
I
we
just-
would have the party. I mean, everybody would come over, and then Joel and Jim and Blaine
Oh,
and
yeah.
everybody go upstairs and cuss.
in the old house.
In the
yeah,
old house.
I remember that
Cuss and
loft. They had a
laugh.
loft
Yes.
up there. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
was
remember
fun.
that.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good time.
Yeah, it was.
So, any other things you can remember
Well,
about?
do you remember the time that Phil and I had been overseas and we brought you back all those pajamas?
You know, what?
Karate suits.
Yeah, I do remember that. Those black and red ones,
Yeah,
huh?
red and black.
Yeah, I do remember the.
You guys
We have
were
pictures
running,
of you guys in those.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
I-
you were running
is that
through
where
the
that came
house
from?
going like this.
I
and-
She was
remember-
in Hong Kong.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I remember those, but I can't remember where they came from.
Uh-huh.
That's fun.
Yeah, we got a lot of pictures of you guys in those.
I remember
Yeah.
those. Another thing I remember is maybe it was when you guys went on your mission. You brought those back. Remember that little, that you put the candles on and then it twists. It turns like that. Have you seen those? You remember them?
I know
think
what
you
you're
got
talking.
everyone.
I do know what you're talking
I
about.
remember trying to
But
put that together.
was after Dad left Mom.
Yeah, I know.
So that was
So you probably
in.
threw it away?
I never could put the stupid thing
I
together.
tried, I know, and it just fall apart. I'm like, no. I do remember that.
I don't know where they got the stupid things.
That thing was hard to put together.
Yeah. Your mom loved it.
Yeah.
She put hers
Oh.
together and made it work.
That doesn't, yeah. her. I couldn't. I was like,
Yeah.
"Dang." What else you remember, Ground?
Oh, let's see. I can remember Melanie getting this fur coat this one year. Yeah, what did they used to call those coats? Not
stole?
cashmere, but
Mink stole.
they were just artificial, but they looked like fur. But I can't remember what they called them.
Was it an actual jacket or the ones you just put over your?
No, it was a coat.
Oh, okay. It wasn't the ones you just put over your. Oh, that's cool.
And I can remember when Brian came to live with us. Do you remember Brian?
Oh yeah.
Brian came to live with us, and Joel just resented the holy heck out of him. And he thought he was there trying to displace him, his oldest son. And so for Christmas I bought Brian a radio, and Joel was so angry about that. He didn't want me to get Brian something that he thought was maybe a little more than I got
him.
I don't think it was, but he thought it was. And let's see if anything else.
How old was Brian when he came to live with you?
He was a teenager. He was in high school.
Okay.
I think he was probably a sophomore. He stayed there until he was a senior, and then that's when, what was the Fouts boy's name?
Wes.
Wesley.
But his last name is Brown, right?
Yeah. Wes Brown. Okay, I do have that name. Yeah.
And so then both of them were living with us, and then they got to touching the bottle a little bit. And,
Tipping it up.
yeah. And they were getting Blaine involved in it, so Phil told them, "You're out of here, both of you."
No more, huh?
Yeah.
Where Brian and Wes were related, right?
Yeah, because
Through his mom's side?
I don't know.
Wes's mother was a Fouts.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And I got a funny story, and I hope this doesn't. But you know how I remember Brian? One day at the 24 celebration, the softball tournament, they were playing, and I remember Brian was running in home and slides head first.
Pulled
and
his pants.
His pants.
he ended up at 5 feet short of home plate, and his pants were down to his knees.
That's awesome.
That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life, still to
He
this
probably
day.
gave up softball after that. That's awesome.
That was. But he only lived with you a couple years then, if
Yeah.
that even. Okay, I didn't know that story, but I knew he had lived with you guys for a little bit.
Well, and then he ended up joining the military, and he was in there, and then he broke his leg or did something to his leg, and so he came home, and then he told Phil he wanted to go on a mission, and so Phil sent him on a mission. He was over in Ireland, and he drove his bicycle into some big wall, and
Is that where he hurt himself? Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
thought I thought it was England though, Mom.
in where?
England.
Well, it could have been.
Okay.
My memory's
Overseas, in
Yeah,
either way,
it was
somewhere.
It was
in
over
Europe.
in Europe, and then he came home from that, and so he didn't make much success at either one of those things.
But Joe wasn't real happy with the
Oh,
Christmas
Joe.
thing. Uh-huh.
Joe wasn't. And
I remember when you moved into the new house. I remembered a lot of the Christmases there because you'd in the back room. I always
Yeah.
put the tree and had the piano and stuff. I do remember that. And even at that time, everyone would come up.
Yeah.
It seemed,
Yeah.
on.
that's when we had that place when we did the pajamas.
Yeah, we were already over.
Yeah, that would make
Yeah.
sense because I was probably I was probably a little bit older. I was probably 10 or 11, I
You
guess.
might have been.
Because it seems like Bert and Ryan were probably, I was
Yeah,
probably 10
and
or
Devin
11.
and Tim were just only like 3.
Yeah, so I was probably around 10. Yeah, I was probably about 10, 11,
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
One time when we lived in Gallup, I had bought Phil for Christmas a new briefcase, and the kids had seen it, but I told them, it's going to tell Daddy because it's going to be his Christmas present. So one day Blaine was sitting there, and his dad brought his old briefcase in, was going through it, and Blaine said, "Oh, boy, Daddy, now you're going to have 2 briefcases."
Spilled the beans, huh?
Yeah.
Well, and, just thinking, why were you in Hong Kong? Just a vacation?
Just a trip.
Hong Kong?
So
Interesting. How'd that come about?
how about every year for 2 weeks out of the year,
Uh-huh.
they'd just go. Me, Darla, Blaine, Marty, we'd just have a free-for-all.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're like, all right on.
No, we were a little annoyed.
We were doing business with Amarillo Hardware,
Okay.
and they sponsored these trips, and so
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah,
oh,
we
that's
went-
cool.
We went to Hong Kong, and then while we were there, we took a plane over to Beijing, China.
Oh,
So
okay.
we went over there, and then we went to where else? We went to Paris.
Oh, really?
We
So
went to several different places.
So that was Amarillo Hardware. Why was I thinking it was Ace, or did it actually turn into Ace Hardware
No,
later on?
it was
Because for some,
Amarillo.
okay.
Yeah,
I
they're,
think-
they're
Now
not
that
in
you
business
say that, it makes I remember that the lumber store. But I didn't know you guys that went on trips like that. I guess I don't remember that.
anymore.
Yeah, every summer they'd have one trip they
It
sponsored.
wasn't summer, Mom. It was during school because when I was 14, I had to drive my car to school.
We started driving young in Kirtland, though. We all did.
Yeah.
At Darla at 12.
Yeah.
I started about 11. Yeah. Yeah. So that's fun.
So I know that we went to Hong Kong in the fall because that's
Yeah.
when we got those
Things for
pajamas. And,
Just before Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. I do remember those. That was
You went
neat.
to Rio de Janeiro one time.
Oh, really? To
Yeah,
Brazil?
they did that.
Wow.
Can't
I didn't.
remember all the
we
places they
went to
went.
Europe
Yeah. Not the same time you went to Hong Kong, but a
No,
different time. Yeah.
different time.
Well, that's cool. So did you look forward to Christmas or?
Oh, I did and I didn't. I did because I
Think that-
liked Christmas, but I always
Stressful.
just ended up bawling on Christmas
Yeah.
Day because
I-
I think I didn't do the right thing and buy the right thing, and
Yeah.
maybe one kid thought I got them more than another.
I think that's with any parent. They're always stressed. Like you didn't get them enough, or you don't have the money to get them enough, or
My girls give me a hard time because in our family we always did something. Whatever it was, we did it. We'd go skiing, we'd do whatever, but we didn't have something that we did all the time because after I thought about it, it was because we had traditions in our home. My dad would always make my mom cry and screw up the tradition. I'm like, we're not having traditions. They're overrated.
yeah. Yeah, I think they are, but I think everyone tries to stick to one, and I think
That's
ours.
good.
Did you guys have one that you did every year that you can remember, Grandma?
My family.
Yeah. Not just
No.
with us. It was we'd watch Christmas Vacation.
There you go.
We still to this day
Yes,
still do.
we-
And so we watch it every year, and that's
Yeah.
one thing that has stood the test
Well,
of time.
that's not going to get you disappointed.
No.
That's always good.
No, that's always good. We know it word for word now. After 20 years, you know it word for word.
We quote it all year
Yeah.
long.
Oh yeah, all year long.
Well,
Can't
we
beat
did.
that.
We did have. I told you about that. That we did have that Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
kid
Yeah,
stand.
yeah, yeah. And I think tradition is important. And I think as your kids move on, they come up
Yeah,
with
they
their
come up with
tradition,
their own.
their
Sure.
traditions. And I think for me as a parent, and probably the same for any parent, is when your kids are all gone, it's definitely different. Christmas is a whole different.
Well,
Thing,
it
you
is,
know.
especially, but like we did, we pulled in our grandkids and kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's fun. Yeah, I still love Christmas. It's just your kids grow up, they get families, they get wives, and it just things start going other ways, and it makes it fun. But
Yeah,
I
and then-
still love Christmas. I just love the atmosphere of it. I think more than anything, it just seems to be
I
kind
like Christmas programs. The church had Christmas programs.
They used to have real good ones. I don't know about anymore.
I don't know. They don't have anything anymore, but
It's got to be different because I do remember they had some really neat programs back in the day. But with the Christmas party, the church parties and stuff were pretty cool even.
Uh-huh. They
Back
still
in
have
the day.
church parties.
Yeah.
they do. But they may be a little bit different. But
Yeah, they still have them.
yeah,
They don't have grandma no more to write songs, no, and make Gidget sing. Huh? Remember you made
No.
Gidget sing in that one you wrote?
yeah. She was a Mary.
Yeah. It's the only time I ever got her to sing, actually, and she can sing, but she just won't do it.
What did you sing?
Mary's Lullaby? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. They used to do it up back in the day. Anymore, it's a little bit probably different, but Jordan, any memories you want to point out? What
A lot of it was Christmas vacation. It was all centered around that whole
Absolutely.
you got to remember breakfast though. The
Breakfast,
the bread,
yeah.
the cocoa and toast.
I do remember one.
Cocoa and toast.
Oh yes,
huh?
definitely.
There's one story that I remember of Grandma Teresa. So we would go to her house for breakfast, and she was cooking, and all of us were in the kitchen in her way, and Matt was standing outside the kitchen. Grandma was getting a little flustered, and Matt just got the holy terror of ass chewing.
Yeah, because
Right in front, and everyone else was in her way, and Matt wasn't, and he got the.
He's the one that got in trouble.
that was Matt. He always got it. Poor guy. Poor guy always got it. That's for sure.
But yeah, I was like the breakfast. I always look forward to opening presents and then going to Grandma's house, and
Yeah.
but Christmas vacation is one thing that I told her still that I have to watch that. Probably only get through the first hour and then fall asleep.
And that was probably the good we all, some of us would sit through it all, but some of us
Drew
still
always
don't.
would.
Yeah.
I would too.
Yeah. But anymore, it's harder.
You
But
got to get yourself something.
But it's definitely not
Real
20
nice.
years. You haven't been watching it for 20 years. You've been watching it for almost 40.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, that
We
probably
lost
came
track
out
of time.
in the 80s.
No, it came out in 80, I think 88.
Yeah, because we watched with Brianna.
Yeah.
Yeah, when Drew was
You're a
born.
few years short of 40 years.
Yeah, so
So,
and we've been watching it every year since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always fun though. Still funny too, parts of it. Okay, anything else, Grandma? You want to add, or you remember, or
Oh, I can't remember anything special.
Your hot chocolate and toast was special.
yeah, that
Every
started it all.
single
That started it
morning
all.
that
Absolutely.
was,
On
Every
Christmas morning. That was the best.
That's what started it.
was that the one that Grandma would make? That Grandma had in the big tub?
Yeah.
Was that Grandma Melba's, or was that hers that she made?
Did you make a dry mix hot cocoa? Is that where it came from?
Oh, I just made my.
With Quick. No, my mom started that.
Oh, she
it wasn't
did?
Grandma.
Oh, okay.
Did you use Quick, or what'd you use for your hot
I
chocolate?
just made up my own
Yeah.
because that's what I'd done forever.
Yeah,
Felt-
and maybe that's where, yeah, because Grandma started that with that big tub of it. Me, I used to use Nestle Quick, man. Cocoa and toast is that's been going on forever. But yeah, that's always a fun.
And I don't have any place to make the bread this year. Maybe Brooke will let me go to her place. And
Make some bread.
I don't know, Mom. I'll end up making it, and I'm not that good at it.
Gid-
It won't pass the test.
Gid is pretty good at making her bread.
I can make it, but I just don't have any place.
Bread, oh, that's so good.
It is so good.
And
She
her
was good at
cinnamon
making it,
rolls,
too.
good.
Thick.
One thing that I remember too is we could never go downstairs at our house or either the houses. My mom wouldn't let us go down or go into where they had the gifts or Santa had been until Dad would start a fire.
Yeah.
And so my dad was not a Boy Scout. He would get one of those butane burners and put some wood in there till it was just blazing, man. But it only took a few minutes, so it was fast.
Well, I think Teresa got that from her dad.
Probably until it warmed up. But my dad, yeah, he'd just get that, throw a little gas on there and get the butane burner. I could hear it from up there. I was like, oh, the house is going to blow up.
You might tell, I don't know if it was Christmas or when it was when Jim decided to get on the stair board and go scooting.
Oh, yeah. And yeah. And you remember we got that, I think it was one year we got that trampoline. And Brad came over. And remember he went through the springs? He missed. He went through the springs, almost killed himself. Yeah, he was doing flips and crazy, man. And then he missed the trampoline.
I thought we were going to have to call the ambulance. Your mom told him not to get on there
I know,
with you guys.
because Brad don't do anything halfway. I was like, oh my God.
Remember, you guys jumped from the second story
Yeah, from the second story down
onto
to
the
check him
tramp,
on.
and then
yeah.
Brad went above the second story. Also.
We would check them off, and then we'd jump and check them. And oh yeah, that was
Almost killed him.
yeah, almost killed him.
That's probably why he's having so much trouble today.
Could be.
When we were,
He wouldn't change a thing though.
No,
when Blaine had that store out at Theroux, then he was standing out there by, they were doing something with cattle or something like that, and he was out by the corral. It was storming, and the lightning struck, and nothing else got hit but Brian.
Brad's been hit by lightning a couple times, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, Brad's.
And then when we had down there at the hardware store, we had these cattle prods. He decided he
know.
needed to know what a cattle prod felt like. He used that cattle prod on himself. Hey, about shot through the roof.
I know what those felt like because our uncles told us how it felt. They showed us how it felt all the time.
Oh.
Yeah, they got us with those all the time. Yeah, that's fun. But anything else, Grandma, you can remember?
Oh, I probably can when you're gone.
Yeah, it's all right. It's been fun. Brooke, I'm glad you were here. That
Sure,
made it
it's fun.
And I hope everyone has a good Christmas. I'm going to try to put this out probably tomorrow night or the night or Christmas Eve, one of the others. So whoever listens to it, just Merry Christmas to everyone. Grandma, you want to tell
Well,
them?
I
Merry
know a
Christmas?
lot of people really appreciate that you do this, Lenny.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a blessing to me to come see Grandma every week and talk about it, and just it's a record of our angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
But I hope everyone has a good Christmas.
I do too. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, and I hope above all things that we remember what Christmas really is, because as you were talking about, it's become so commercial that I think sometimes we have to take special care to make sure that our children and our grandchildren know what Christmas is really about.
I agree, Grandma, and said very well. It's a joyous time, and like I said, to me, it's just everyone comes together and treats each other with respect, and I
Yes.
wish it would happen all through the year, but it does on that one day. At least we get that.
And it's all right. It's great to do all the things that we do, but we just don't want to forget what the Savior did for us.
Absolutely not. I agree.
Greatest gift that could have been given.
Absolutely. Jordan, anything? Last words?
Just thank you, Grandma. I really appreciate being able to do this too. It's a
fun.
lot of fun for me.
Brooke, anything else?
Nope, it was fun.
It was. Thanks for coming. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.